eLab for week 1. The reason why I'm stressing a lot on Lab 1 and Lab 2 is because it's tested. As you know, I already told you all right from the start. Lab 1 and Lab 2 are tested. Okay, Lab 1 and Lab 2 are tested. That's why you need to practice. So as you can see, once you install already, you just type at your bottom search corner Lab view. And by right, you should be able to see a NI Lab view. For mine, it's a 64-bit, but I don't know if you guys are 32 bits or whatsoever. So you just follow this, you should be able to run the apps. But then, however, some people's installation do not have the apps outside, but they have within a folder a lab view, and you can go inside and open. So those that having problem, maybe you can check when you type lab view, is there a lab view folder, and you can go in and open it. If you can go in and open it, then there is no problem. You still can open it. This one I just realized that day when I'm doing with entry. Is it entry? No, N1. I'm doing with N1. I realized that some of them is within the folder. Usually I thought it is like that, but the latest maybe they put it inside a folder. So therefore, please check if yours is inside the lab folder, and then you can go and open it. Then it's okay. Okay. Once you open your lab view, please pin it to your taskbar so that next time in future when you go in, it is easier. You just need to click this. You can launch. You don't need to go and search for lab view. Okay. Now, can I first ask you all to launch lab view first? Launch lab view. Let me know when all are done. I stop sharing first. You all launch lab view first at your own screen. So those who don't have lab view, just follow the slide first. Then after that, we'll see when you are working on the thing, I see whether I can solve for them. If not, then see how. Okay. Can you all click yes and no if you have your lab view launch already? Can you all click yes so that I can see that you guys all launch already? Okay, you all put thumbs up. Okay, also fine. How about the rest? Not on yet. Paul, can you turn on your video? Jade, can you turn on the video? Muhammad Danish, can you turn on your video? Jason Tan, can you turn on your video?
My camera not working.
You got to fix it.
I can't launch though.
Sorry?
I can't launch the app.
You just type lab view at the bottom.
Yeah, I tried. Cannot.
Can you share your screen? Let me allow sharing. Allow participant to share the screen. Can you share your screen so I can see what happened?
Yeah.
She went off. Oh, okay. Somebody went off. Okay,
you see, like I'm trying to press, but I can't press at all.
No, your can you go to your?
Yeah, I already tried.
Desktop. Not in Zoom. Inside on desktop.
I already tried to find. Like I'm really clicking on it.
No, because now you share your Zoom.
But you cannot see, man. Like I
cannot see. Everybody is seeing the Zoom, right?
But I cannot see. Is it? You cannot see the.
I cannot see your screen. You're sharing your desktop or what? No, not go to here. Go to your search button. Search button on the left. Type lab view.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Do you see your lab view apps? Just click on it. I thought I helped you to pin already on the taskbar.
Yeah, I know I did, but then like they don't.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I forget it. Yeah. Okay.
You try offline at your own site. So can I assume most of you are already in? Can lab view? So now once you are in your lab view, I want you to do far new VI, so that you open up a front and a back panel, or a front and a block diagram. Can you all do that? Can you all do that? Okay. Now, once you have your front and back panel, I want you to try two things. One thing is Control E, whereby you toggle between the front and back panel. That means you will make the front panel active or make the back panel active. So you Control E, you will just make one and each other active. Now, if you try to close the front panel and you Control E, the front panel will appear. Or if you close the back panel and you Control E, the back panel will appear. But one of them must be there. One of them must be there. Or one of the panel must be there. Then you Control E, then the other one will appear. Can everybody can achieve that? Now, the other mode I want you to try is called Control T, meaning that you want to tile, because you got two screens and it overlap each other. It's very difficult to work. Some people don't like that. So you want to tile it side by side. You do Control T, then it will tile left and right automatically. Your two page. Can you all do that? Control T, you will tile your two page on the left right. Are you able to do that? Can? Can? Okay, anybody still cannot catch up? Or your lab view still launching too fast for you? Jason Tan, can you turn on your video?
I already told you my the camera not working.
Your camera not working. Yu Zhen, Dong Yu Zhen, Dong Yu Zhe. Can you turn on your video?
Mr. Teo.
Yes.
Need to press the blank project or what?
Just click File, New VI. Hey, Kaho, can you turn on your video? Kaho, 不见了。
Sure, you're not
Mr.
sharing your
Teo.
screen.
Who is that?
Me, Ting.
I think, yeah.
My one only have create project or open existing.
Far new VI, you never follow me. Far new VI. Hey, Ting, can you turn on your video? Don't off your video.
I on already.
Still off leh. Kaho leh, Kaho. Oh, Kai, not Kaho. Kai, you never turn on your video. Can? Everybody can, So I'll proceed, Are you still seeing my share screen? No,
Your screen is
You stop sharing.
It's not there, Okay, you all can see the share screen now, right? So basically,
Yes.
this is Control E or Control T, So Control E will let you toggle between the front and back panel, or if one of them is closed, you Control E, that the closed one will open, right? Then Control T is to tile up the two panel. Okay, so therefore, when you start to open your lab view file, those previous save file, if you only open the front panel or back view, don't worry, you just Control E. The other one will appear. Okay, can? Now I want you to also at the block diagram, can you right click? Then you will see either at the block diagram or at the front panel, you can right click, there will be a palette coming out. That means there will be some command menu coming out. Now, when you see a double arrow below, can you go and click change visible palette, and you select all of them and you click OK. Now, this move is basically to turn on all your palette. Can you do that? Now, if you already have turned on all your visible palette, then there will not be a double arrow pointing down. There will not be a double arrow pointing down. Okay, so therefore you will not have this problem. Will not have this double arrow. But if you don't have, then you got to click it and then change visible panel and select all and click OK. Then all your panel will be turned on. Can? Able to do that? Turn on all your visible palette. Jason, you never turn on your video, or yours has got problem?
Yes.
Can you all turn on all your palette? Okay, can turn on all your palette. Okay, next, now if you have not, let's say you want to change, you want to further, if you want to, let me share screen again. If you want to instead turn off some of your palette, then you got to go to your control panel at the pop-up menu. That means you right click, there is a control on top. There's one pin, you click onto the pin, and there will be one sub menu coming out. You can go and change visible panel. Then this same visible panel will come out, and you can click some of them to be off. Are you able to do that? If you cannot do that, then it's okay, doesn't matter. This is to tell you that how can I off it back. But the objective is to get everything on. It's not to off anything. So if you cannot do this step, I'm fine with this. Are you able to turn off and then turn on again? I'm sharing, so I cannot see whether you got to talk, say it out so that I can hear. Can you all see it? Can you all do this step? No? Yes or no?
Can.
Can. Now, next, after this, okay, this is what we call the contextual help. For that, I need to share my own lab view. So I will share my own lab view. Okay, can you all see my lab view?
Can.
Can. So this lab view is basically just now, like what I said just now. Can you all? How come share screen stop? Okay, let me I share again. It suddenly stopped by itself. There's my lab view. Let me close my panel first. So you all can see it stopped again. Has stopped, shared screen is closed. I can't share my screen. Is it because of the memory not enough? Let me try one more time. If it continue like that, that means I cannot share my screen. Still cannot. Every time I try to share my two screen, it just turned off by itself. Now, if let's say all of you turn off, I want to check whether is it because of the memory problem. If all of you turn off the video now, turn off your video, then I check again, see whether I can share screen. Okay, still it get cut off. So apparently I can't share screen. Okay, never mind. Since
try sharing your whole screen. Yeah, like your whole.
Share the whole desktop.
Instead of the individual app.
How? Where is the desktop? There's no desktop. There's no desktop. There's only lab view, whiteboard. Okay, let me see if I can. Can download already. Share. Okay. Hey, where is the share desktop? Is there a share desktop?
Sure, there isn't such a function.
Don't have share desktop. Never mind. I tell you what. I just share one of the screen at a time. Let's see. Now, let me just share one screen at a time. Okay, can you all see the back block diagram?
Yeah, can.
Can. So right now in my block diagram, as long as I right click, for those people just now who cannot turn on your function, can you see on top of there's one pin. If you click on it, you can go customize and you can see change visible palette, right? Can you all do that? You can see, right? So therefore you can change that whatever kind of palette that you don't need. Okay, you all can see, right? Or is it black screen?
Can see.
Can see, so that is to basically do it. Now when you try to add symbol, if I right click, let's say I add an adder, I drag an adder in. Okay, and let's say I add inequality less than in. So when I do my own LabVIEW program, there's many wiring. Then I forget what symbol is what. So what do? I use the help button. Help button is the question mark on that on top, right? So this is all what we call a context help. You click onto the context help, a small window will come out, right? A small window on top will come out, and you hover your mouse onto that particular symbol. Then the small help will explain. This is an add x plus y. Can you all see the small context help on my screen?
Yes.
Yes. So if I hover to the less than and equal, so it changed to less than. But if you want a detail help, you can click onto the detail. Can click on the detail, so a detail help will come out. On a less function, etc., etc. Okay, this is important in the sense that if you cannot understand, you can try the contextual help and the detail help to really explain to you what it means by this function. But if you don't need it, then you can close it. So that is the part on the contextual help. Can you all try at your side? Can you all try at your side regarding the help? Any problem on the help? Please turn back on your video so it's not because of the memory. Jason having problem. Kian Hong, Yen, Andy, Zheng Tai, all your video on. Jason, you got to get your webcam fixed, or else if kena ESA, you got a problem. You cannot do ESA already. Jason.
Okay.
Sure, what's ESA?
Can everybody able to do the search? Can So we will proceed with the next thing. Let's proceed with the next thing. Just now we do the search contextual help function. Now we want to okay, if you add on a block into your diagram, for example, I ask you to add an adder. So can everybody try to add an adder? So there is two ways you can add an adder. There's two ways you can add an adder. Let me share my screen here. There's two ways. Just now I show you. One way is to right click. You go and search for your adder. You click the adder. You add. That's one way, right? The other way is you right click. You click onto the search. You type add. Sorry, add. Then you pull out the add. Also the same thing. Can? Any problem with that? You try these two way of adding a symbol. Can?
Can. Yeah, actually it works.
Can Okay, now next step. I want to. Okay, I just this one I just demo the contextual help and search and place symbol. So this one I already done. So let's move on. Now I also want to highlight to you that there is different data types in LabVIEW, which they differentiate by colors. So if you see anything that is orange, is called numeric, but it is real. Anything that is blue, it is integer, numeric integer, right? Anything that is green is usually Boolean. Boolean means high or low, true or false, yes or no, right? Now anything that is pink in color is called string. String means a mix between.
Jai, you're not sharing your screen.
Oh, okay, I'm not sharing the screen. Oh, okay, gosh. I thought I shared screen. Sometimes you just got caught away with so many things. So I repeat again. So there is different coloring. If you are doing a numeric, it's orange in color. So it's numeric real, orange in color. So if numeric integer is blue, right? It's blue in color. Then you got Boolean, which is green in color, and you got string, which is pink. That means string is basically alphanumeric. That means alphabet and numbers. Okay. Then of course you got enum. I will further illustrate what is enum. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not the 6. But the other one. This the subsequent is called dynamic. Dynamic means that the data coming in, streaming in, so it is changing, ever changing. So this one you will use it in some of the other lab, whereby you converge from dynamic to data and convert to dynamic data, right? And then of course, last but not least, is an array. Okay, I'm going to demo to you what are all these means. Let me go and open my. Let me see, where's my most recent file? Now, can you all see the screen here? Now here, I'm demonstrating to you, this is an integer. Integer can be found where? It is here, right? Numeric integer, okay? So you type it in. Now, if you start, integer means what? There's no decimal point. If I change it to decimal point, what happened? 1.3, and I return. It become orange, because this is become real, right? But if you put 4, it become integer. So integer is a whole number without decimal point. So a real means it has decimal point. But if you put a real definition, but you put it into 2, you stay as real, because real encompass integer, but integer don't encompass real. So if you put it to real, then it will be change the color. But then this one, whether you put to real or integer, it is still orange, yeah? Because real encompass integer. Boolean is such kind whereby it's green in color. So if you toggle Boolean, you can see the same symbol will appear in the front panel, which is this button here. If I toggle, it become high, low, high, low. Can you see light up or don't light up? So this toggling means that when I toggle is high is true or high, right? Toggle again is low, is true, false, right? So that's how you can change between the two toggle of this Boolean. Now string, of course, is pink in color. If you can see here, is alphanumeric, so you can key in alphabet and numbers together. Now array. Where do you see this array? Okay, usually if you cannot find, then you'll go to the front panel. You go to the front panel. Then I will right click. Can you see array here? Pull out an array. Now usually this array, for example, your lab test, we also test you on array. I pull out this array. There's an empty square, right? This square means that it is array of undefined, something that is undefined. So you got to define this thing that's in between. So you right click again. You go and find for example, a numeric integer. I put it in. So now it's an array of a numeric indicator. So if I drag this array, there will be many array entry, right? Just like this one, I drag it out. Of course, if you like, you can also drag it the other way. Instead of dragging it this way, you can drag it this way. It's really up to individual preference, right? So an array that shows a series of data, right? Now you don't change this number because this one, if you put this one, that means it start at 0, the first one, right? If you put to 1 and you enter, now the 0 is shift out. Now they start at the second cell. If you put 2, it start at the third cell. Understand what I mean? So likewise for this case, okay? But then of course we always put it to 0. So this one you need not meddle with it. You need not meddle with it up and down. So this is the array part. Can? So far, any question? Now, next I want to go to enum. Enum look this way, but because if I don't do a display, you cannot see the enum. So I pull out the enum from where? Enum, where do I pull it out from? I think it's in the front panel also. Sorry. Okay, I delete this array away because later I'm going to use it. So I delete this array. I right click, there should be enum. Can you all see enum? So I pull out an enum from here. Okay, enum is like that. So of course you cannot select because you haven't defined the enum, right? But if you want to really define it, then you got to go back to your back panel. You go back to your back panel and you right click on the, when arrow move there, can you see a button there? Then you right click, you say, I want to create an indicator. That means you indicate. So you just, this guy will indicate whatever that is shown in this enum. So then you can right click on your, you don't have to worry about this. I'm just showing it in fast advance. Into this, you can edit item. So you can insert item. Let's say I say yes. I say item 1 is yes, right? And insert again, no. Insert again, don't know, right? Then I say, okay, I have 3 items, right? I think what happened? There's an error there. Let's say I don't put yes, no, don't know. Item, I put item 1. Item, what happened? Item 2. item 3. Still got problem. Anyway, that's how you see it. Anyway, this is the same process. So once I put item 1, 2, 3, I will be able to change it. Can you see? Now I change to item 2, item 3. So 1, 2, 3, right? But of course, if you don't run it, this one will not display. So the moment I run, you see it changed to item 3, right? If I run, it changed to item 2.
Cannot see your other.
Oh, you cannot see this screen, okay. Okay, can you see the I can change to 1, right? But the enum2 is showing item 2. So as long as I click the button run, it will update to item 1, right? Now if I change to item 2, it's still not display item 2. You only update it when I put a run. Okay? Then you will change to item 2 again. Can? So that's how an enum works. So it's just like your pull down screen or your certain selectable screen. Can? So now I continue with the lecture notes. Okay, so much on the data type. So different color represent different thing. Now, so for lab 1, you are supposed to do this exercise, which we call the what do you call it? Temperature. Okay, basically you need to show me basically when the temperature there's one setting for maximum temperature, one setting for minimum temperature, and then when you change your current temp, if you go beyond the maximum temperature, this guy here will display heat stroke. And this guy, the current temperature, you see that there is Celsius, there's a Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is you cannot be input. But degree Celsius, you input it, you can either key in or you can change the value by arrow key. So the degree Celsius, if you key in certain degree Celsius, you will directly convert to your respective equivalent Fahrenheit, right? And the moment it hit more than max temp, you will say heat stroke, and then this light will light up. If it goes below your minimum temperature, you will say freezing, freezing warning, freezing, and then warning light again will light up. But this guy is in between the max and min, then there is no warning, and the LED light will not light up. Now, how to achieve this? This page, you just need to wire up this page. Now, once you wire up, you try to run using only the single run, not multiple run, the single run. And basically, you should get it. Now you should get it. Okay. So the symbol, where to get all the symbol, it can be found in your lab sheet, page 9 of your lab sheet. Alternatively, you can use a search function. Now, page 9 will show you where to find all the symbols. Okay, any questions so far? If no question, you can begin to do until 9:50. And if you got problem, you can raise to me. Right. But the other thing I want to show is, let me see if I have lab view. Okay, for example, let me share something. For example, if you realize that there is this guy here, the arrow is on the right, and then some of the guy here, arrow is on the left, right? You know what's the significance? Arrow is okay. Lab view work from left to right. That means my source will always be at the left, right? If it goes in from the left, it means that this guy is taking in data. So it's an indicator. It take in a data to indicate, right? Now this guy here, on the other hand, is giving out data. So it's a controller. So therefore, you can see that I can, if I change this, I can change it to control. I can change to control, right? Or change to constant or whatsoever, or change it to indicator. So for example, this case, right? I can change it to 2% went out, is it? Okay, for example, right now right now, let me try to put a numeric here. Can you see this? You can see this numeric, but if I go to the front panel, I cannot see the numeric. The numeric doesn't appear. Right? Some of the symbol does appear on two of the page, but some of the symbol just don't, because it's supposed to be hidden. So that's why you have two panel, right? So under this case, this numeric integer is actually hidden. But if I want to make it into, I want to change it to control. Can you see it changed to control? Right click, I change it to control. Now if I go back to the front panel, can you see this numeric appear? If I double click this numeric, is actually the numeric here. So when you have something that is control, usually they want the user to key in. That means the user have control over the situation, so they can key in the input. So therefore, they will put it into your front panel. Okay, so and you can see that the arrow is coming out of the symbol. The arrow is coming out of the symbol. But however, if you want to change it to indicator, you can change it to indicator, right? Change to indicator. Then it became the arrow going in. It became the arrow going in. So if you go back to the front panel, you look at it now. You cannot adjust the number. It's just reading and displaying. So this is what we call an indicator. So you remember in your lecture is like the measurement element and the data presenting element. So this is like the control element and the data presenting element, right? So indicator is like the data presenting element, and of course, if you change it to control, then it is the controller, right? You can control the flow or whatsoever. So that's the two different things. Now, some people, they want to display certain thing and they don't know how to or cannot find. So what you can do is you right click here, you can create an indicator. So immediately the indicator will come out. The indicator will come out. So you don't have to go and find the real type of indicator or whatsoever. Can? So you can proceed.